different from the other space. There's nothing I can do, I don't think it will do. You might love someone that really, really close to you. There's nothing I can do, I don't think it will do. You might love someone that really, really close to you. I try to just see your shadow.
So we're back from the art museum, and the art museum was really great. Got to see some fun art. We love that for us. And now we're back at the hotel after spending 2 hours-ish outside because we had to wait obviously to check in, but it was great because we got to see the art museum. And we're just kind of waiting for a bit, and then we're gonna go step outside, do some sightseeing, take a walk around before we have our first dinner reservation. So I'm very excited about that. Hopefully they let me bring my camera in there because I think it's kind of fancy. So yeah, hopefully I get to show you what I ate and things like that. But yep, you'll see how that goes from there. Ready. I got you out here. So it's the next morning and I went to the restaurant like I said yesterday, and guys, oh my god, it was so good. And if you're ever in Philly, I definitely recommend. I mean, the food was just so creative, everything about it was amazing, and the street that it was on was just the cutest street. So if you have the chance ever to go, I highly recommend. But yeah, today we have some cute stuff planned as well. And we're going on a Segway tour around lunchtime, so that should be fun. And I'm gonna go down in a bit to meet my mom for coffee, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, we have another reservation around dinner time for a restaurant that we wanted to try, so I'll show you that when we get there. But yeah, some fun stuff planned, and I'm excited to take you along. Okay, see ya. Hey guys,
it's just your resident food critic here to give another review of her favorite restaurants.
no, but really, in reality though, if you actually know how to become a food critic, hook me up because I'd be totally down to do that. But yes, I decided to film another segment because after editing this, I realized that I did not talk about the restaurants that I went to at all, and they deserved so much more attention that I gave to them in the video. So here I am filming a review of the 3 restaurants that I went to, and I'll be rating these restaurants on 3 main factors. So ambiance, kind of how the area in which we were seated was set up. Did I like it? Did I vibe with it? And things like that. And I know that this is going to be different because of COVID. And then the second one is going to be the most important thing, whether I liked the food or not. Did I find it good quality? Did I love the flavors in it? Was it chef's kiss? I don't know. And then the third would be the value. So did the quantity of the food that we received reflect the price of the dish? And also, did that quality of the food reflect that price as well? Before I start, I want to preface that all of the restaurants that we went to serve plant-based food, and the reason for this was because my mom was strictly vegetarian and still is. Why did I say was? And I'm a pescatarian, but as I mentioned in my last video, I'm trying to make more of a conscious effort to eat plant-based because of environmental and ethical reasons. So without further ado, I'll jump right in to this video. So the first restaurant that I went to was called Veg, and it was awesome, honestly. The ambiance is really nice. We didn't get to go inside the restaurant, so I can't speak on behalf of the interior, but the exterior and how they set up the outdoor seating was awesome. It was basically in this alleyway right between the restaurant and the neighboring block, which was such a cute street. I kind of mentioned this in the video, but I loved the street. It just reminded me of the West Village in New York. If you've ever been to, it's one of my favorite neighborhoods there, and I really enjoyed that. So 10 out of 10 for the ambiance. The food was impeccable. I mean, the flavors that were there were awesome. My favorite dish was the rutabaga fondue, and that was honestly like shocking. I just didn't know that you could make a fondue that good and that realistic without real cheese. I mean, it was so good. It makes me want to try making a similar type of fondue dish at home. We'll see. If I decide to make that, I'll make a video about it, but it was super good and everything about it was fantastic. The one qualm I have was that I felt like the value was not that great. I mean, the price of the food was pretty steep for the amount of food you actually got. Like, the fondue, I mean, as amazing as it was, there was literally, it just filled like the bottom rim and it wasn't piled to the top, and I didn't like that. Like, it was a very expensive dish for what you actually receive, and I did not like that. And similar for the other dishes that we had, I mean, there was not enough food for the amount you pay. So for that reason, I'm actually giving this restaurant, my experience at this restaurant, a 3.5 out of 5. Obviously, like I mentioned, the atmosphere was great, the food was great, but again, I just don't see the point of paying that much money for literally nothing on your plate. No offense, but that's what I feel. And the next place we went to was the next day, and it was Charlie Was a Sinner, and we were originally seated outside because there was no room inside, but we did make a reservation, so I was kind of annoyed that we couldn't even move our table inside, but whatever. It was raining, which was hella awkward, honestly. I mean, we were under an umbrella, but it was really cold, and I was worried about our food getting cold, and once it was brought out, it was just a mess, guys. It was a mess, but we did end up moving inside, and once we did that, I mean, it was just so much better. It was so much warmer. The interior was just so cozy, and I loved it. And I will talk about the food now. The food was amazing, okay? Like, it had a lot of food inspired by different cuisines. It wasn't just like one style of cuisine. It just took inspiration from a bunch of different cuisines, which I loved. My favorite dish, guys, was the Korean fried tofu, guys. Oh my god. And the reason why I got this was because before I gave up white and red meat, one of my favorite dishes was Korean fried chicken. Okay, I love Korean fried chicken, and I was like really sad to give that up once I turned pescatarian, but this was a really good alternative. It was made out of tofu, and it just took on the flavors really well. I'm pretty sure they used some gochujang because you could definitely taste it in the sauce that it was kind of glazed with. That was so good, guys. I'm just thinking about it and I miss it. I'm telling you, it looked so much better in person than it did on in this clip. Okay, so as for my final rating, I will actually give this a 4.5 out of 5. Yes, I will give it that high of a rating because, again, I felt like the value, oh my god, I didn't even talk about the value. I felt like the value, like the price you pay for the food, was awesome because they gave you so much food for the price you actually pay. And I felt like the price you pay, it's pretty standard for any like $2 sign restaurant, which I feel like is so much better than like the other place I went to, veg. So value was awesome. And so I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Value was great. The ambiance once we went inside the restaurant was great. And then I felt like the food was just awesome. And everything was really creative about what they did. I mean, I love trying the food of different cuisines. And so to see that they took inspiration from different styles of cooking was awesome to see. So I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. The next restaurant we actually went to was for brunch and it was called Bar Bon Bon. And this restaurant was super cute. It had more of like a Latin American vibe to the food and I really liked the interior. I felt like it was super fun, super beachy-ish, but super colorful. I don't know, I really loved the area as well where it was situated, but we got to sit inside, which I was happy about because it was raining and I'm not trying to have rainy food, okay? Not trying to have that. But we ended up getting a combo for lunch, which was really good. We had a appetizer for each of us. So I just got some chips and guac, being basic here. And then I got another one, which was a Philly cheesesteak empanada. And guys, that was so good. Okay, like one, you wouldn't even picture that this did not have any meat or dairy in it. Like you would not even imagine. I also got the buffalo cauliflower taco, which was so awesome. It was just awesome. Really good, really flavorful, but also felt really light, so I didn't feel super food coma-esque, you know? I loved this restaurant. I felt like the combo was such a good price because you got like 2 appetizers and you got 1 entree. And I thought the value of the food that you got, it was really good. So I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. The reason why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 is because I like Charlie West Center better, but it doesn't mean that this restaurant wasn't good. It was actually really good, and I would like to also go there for dinner. I feel like I couldn't really give a fair comparison because I went for the lunch menu, not the dinner menu, and maybe that was different. So I'm really happy that I got to try all of these restaurants. It's been a while since I've been able to dine at restaurants, obviously because of COVID. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do so. And that's a wrap for this entire video. I hope you enjoyed watching me travel throughout Philly, eat some food, do some things. It kind of was a mess of a vlog, you know, because part of it, I just forgot my camera, and the Segway, I was not trying to take my camera out on that Segway because I might have just fallen on my face and that would have been dangerous. I actually almost got hit by a car twice, which is really scary. I had an amazing time in Philly, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!